Do you ever feel like everyone online is making money except you?
Right now, one of my clients is 16 years old, making $100,000 a month.
So I'm 19 years old, complete scratch that made $500,000 in sales.
You see this every day. At this point, I thought I was one YouTube video away from becoming a millionaire. But after a while, you're like, what am I doing wrong? But what if I told you a lot of this content isn't designed to help you succeed? It's designed to keep you chasing. And the longer you feel stuck, the more valuable you are to them. Like somehow everyone's making money, but they still need that $49.99 from you. So today we're breaking down how these content creators profit more from your failure than your success. And it starts with one thing: selling you the dream.
Yo, so I got a new method. I'm gonna show you how you can make like $1,000 to $2,000 with 30 minutes of work. Check this out. So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna find some companies with some real outdated websites. Here's the crazy part. When these businesses message back and say, yeah, I'm interested in getting a website, I'll charge them like $1,000 or $2,000, but I don't actually have to build the website anymore because AI will actually do it for me.
Here we go, guys. If I had $1 for every $1,000 and 30 minutes video, I wouldn't even need this method. And this is exactly how they hook you. It sounds so simple, right? You just find a business, send a message, use AI, right? Just use AI. And then get paid. And now I'm not saying that this can't work, but notice what's missing. Everything in between is just missing. There's no mention of getting ignored, no mention of businesses saying no, no mentions of how to actually learn how to sell to people. He skipped from send a message straight to I got paid, because the goal isn't to show you the full process, it's to make it look easy, guys. And once it looks easy, now you start thinking, wait, I could do that. I'm pretty sure I could, tell AI to make a website and charge $2,000 to a construction company for just a website. And that's where things start to get interesting.
You're broke because you're lazy. There, I said it. You're not poor due to bad luck, but because you'd rather binge watch Netflix than hustle.
And then right after you get hit with that TikTok, $1,000 in 30 minutes, you get these people. Now it's not the method that they're selling, it's you. They're saying you're not working hard enough. You don't want it bad enough. You're not disciplined. So now you've got one person showing you how easy it is and another telling you it's your fault. You're not there yet. That is a perfect combination, because now you tend to get emotional and way more likely to look for a solution. And we all know people are always selling solutions on TikTok.
Welcome, and thanks for buying the success course. You've already made a step towards better in your life by purchasing this course. I promise you. I'm going to tell you all the steps that I took to be successful. And the first one was I didn't give up. I was like, nobody's going to pay $200 for a video to listen to me say vague and loosely relatable blanket statements about believing in yourself. But here you are $200 later, and here I am $200 richer because of you. And it's like a win-win.
Now, guys, this is right on the money. Here comes a solution for you. Buy my course, get this mentorship, link in my bio, comment jiggly walnuts bouncing on me in the comment section below so you can get the free guide. Now, suddenly, everything makes sense. You feel behind, you feel like it's your fault, and then now there's this savior that comes in. Now there's something you can buy to fix it. And this is where the trap starts. And this is what I like to call the subscription trap. And in this next chapter, I'm going to be explaining this and showing you how everyday people can fall victim to this. So this is what I call the subscription trap. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Step one, they show you the lifestyle, the fast money, the freedom, quitting your job at 21. And now apparently everyone is rich now except for us. I don't know. We didn't get the update. We didn't get the iOS 32. Step two, if it doesn't work, apparently it's all your fault. You're lazy, you don't want it bad enough, you're not disciplined. Like, my bad, I should have just believed harder. I should have just worked 90 hours instead of that 80 hours last week. Maybe I could have gotten it then. And step three, they're gonna sell you the fix. Buy a course via mentorship, link in bio, comment down below ugly to get a free guide. Now it feels like you finally have the answer. And step four, you try it. You send those messages, you build the AI thing, or whatever they're selling to you. You put the time into it, and for most people, it just doesn't work. Now you're down $49 and confidence. And step 5 is where it gets interesting, because this is the loop. Because you don't think the system is broken. You just think that you messed up. So what do? You try again. You go for another method, another video that's promoting another course or another way of making thousands of dollars. And the whole time, they're getting paid. Not when you win, but when you keep trying. Guys, when you keep buying these courses over and over again, that's where they profit from your failure more than your success. Oh, that was a banger. Take a look at this person who now has buyer's remorse because they bought a course that just fell short and really didn't add any sort of value to her life.
You know that feeling when you buy something, especially if you buy something online and you have buyer's remorse? Like you immediately regret what you just purchased, or it doesn't even matter if it was $5 or $500. I purchased a digital marketing course back in January and I didn't have buyer's remorse right away, but about a month in, I started having buyer's remorse because I felt like I got way in over my head.
And this is the part they don't show you. You buy something, you're excited, you think this is finally it. Something is bound to change now. And then a few weeks go by, you're overwhelmed. There is so much information, so many options. There's no clear direction. So instead of making progress, you're stuck in like analysis paralysis. This is like starting a new game. You skip the tutorial and now you're fighting the final boss with no idea what's going on. You're fighting the fire giant when you haven't even beat Margit yet. You know what I'm saying? This is where most people get it wrong. They don't think the system is the problem. They think that they messed up. So what do? They try again. Another method, and that's how people get stuck in the cycle.
I just spent $1,000 on a one-on-one trading mentorship. All right, I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. I've been unprofitable for so long, and I really think this will benefit not only my psychology, but my trading as well. I say that because I've literally invested so much time, and again, now, especially so much money, where it's like, I have to do this. I have to make it. The one-on-one mentorship I have with the guy, his name's Adanomics. I'll put it right here. He's super trusted. Most of his one-on-one mentorship students are already getting payouts, so I figured it'd be worth it. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to journey all of it right here on TikTok, and I'll let you guys know how I do.
I swear, bro, if you put me up in 2020 against this dude, we'd be the exact same. Now, they're not just buying a course, they're investing even more. $1,000, guys. Ugh, breaks my heart for a mentorship. And listen to how it sounds. He goes on to say, I've been unprofitable for so long. I really think this will help. I have to make it work. It's pressure. Bro said I have to make it work like the market signed a contract with him. But this is how the cycle gets deeper. You lose money, so you invest more money, hoping this is the thing that finally fixes everything. And I'm not even blaming him, because when you're stuck, this feels like the right move. Like I said, back in the COVID times, he's just like me for real. But this is exactly how people get pulled further in. Not because they're dumb, but because they're trying to fix the problem constantly.
Right now, one of my clients is 16 years old, making $100,000 a month from dropshipping, while grown men complain about their $50K salary. Why? Because the internet leveled the playing field. Most people are still thinking like it's 1995, where you have to go to work, clock in, and make your money that way. You don't need permission anymore to start making money. You don't need capital. You don't need degrees. You don't need connections.
She sells a course. And then you get this, 16 years old making $100,000 a month while you're the problem. Apparently there's a 16-year-old out there making 6 figures, and I can't even pick what to eat. And this is where it all comes together. First, they show you the lifestyle. They make it sound easy. Then they tell you, if you're not there yet, it's your fault. You're thinking wrong. You're not working hard enough. You're wasting time. So now you feel behind. You feel like you're missing something, and you feel like you need to catch up. And that's exactly what keeps people stuck, because instead of building something real, you keep chasing what looks easy. So if that's the trap, what actually works? If there's one thing that actually works, it's learning how to sell. Not in a scammy way, but actually understanding how to communicate value, and not having the vocabulary of, yes, I go on TikTok 8 hours a day and I love it, and solve real problems. Because at the end of the day, money follows value.
What's up, guys? Today is closing day. This is my first ever closing. If you don't know anything about real estate, closing is basically where you sign the papers. The deal's done. I was representing the sellers in this deal, so it was a listing. I met them a month ago. March 3rd, I met them. And it's March 30th, and we're already closing. So this has been very smooth, very quick. I'm so grateful for the experience. You know, I've been working for like full time since January, and nothing's been going on. As a realtor, you're starting your own business, and it's really stressful because you're starting from scratch, And to finally have a deal,
this is what it actually looks like. Months of nothing, starting from zero, figuring it out as you go, and then finally one deal. No $1,000 in 30 minutes. There was no shortcuts, just showing up, learning, and sticking with it. And this is what people skip. Bro just went through a whole character development arc. This is the part where nothing happens, the part where you're learning, the part where you're not making money yet, but this is what actually works. Guys, once again, thank you so much for all of the support lately. I appreciate every single one of you who tunes into my videos. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, share, do everything that you got to do. Once again, I love you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day today. I'm going to be coming out with a brand new one very soon. Bye.